It's Friday Night Live with Vince, pregame, postgame show. Your destination for top high school previews and wrap-ups with Vince and his team. Buckle up and hang on for Friday Night Live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Friday Night Live presented by the Varsity Sports Show team. Vince DeLisio here, joined by a couple of our talented journalists, as well as many more that will join us throughout this next 20, 25 minutes from Arizona State University's Cronkite School of Mass Communication, who will be graduating here in less than 2 weeks. His name is Johnny Fogel. Johnny, how are you?
Stressed about graduating, Vince, but I'm good nonetheless.
Good times. All right. And then to his looking at the screen, looks like it's to Johnny's right, looking at us from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, Air Force veteran Craig Baker. Craig, how are you, sir?
Doing great. Another lovely Friday night. Awesome to be here.
You know what's great about this show is that it gives us a chance to kind of take a look at the week that has been in our local communities, as well as what's going on nationally, and even kind of give a little a snapshot of what's to come over the next few days and weeks. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Take it away.
Thanks, Vince. Well, up first, we have one of our contributors from the University of Arizona and a United States Marine Corps veteran, Braden Goetz. He's going to be talking to us about the indoor football team, Tucson Sugar Skulls.
This is the Tucson Sugar Skulls report presented by the Varsity Sports Show, giving you a weekly insight on the latest Sugar Skulls news and updates on Tucson's indoor football league team. Now presenting the Tucson Sugar Skulls report.
Tucson Sugar Skulls came up short on the road again on Sunday, falling for the second time to the San Diego Strike Force, this time in blowout fashion, 42-25. Tucson's defense kept the game within reach early. San Diego capitalized on a first quarter mistake to strike first. Sugar Skulls then answered in the second quarter when DB Zachariah Wodorsky made a momentum-changing play and found the end zone, tying the game at 7. From there, the defense continued to hold strong. Tucson limited San Diego to just 14 first-half points, sending the game into halftime tied 14 apiece. The second half was a different story. Penalties, missed execution, and offensive inconsistency slowed Tucson's rhythm. San Diego took advantage, grabbing a 21-17 lead by the end of the third quarter before pulling away in the fourth. For Tucson, the biggest takeaway is that the defense showed it can compete with one of the league's stronger offenses, but the Sugar Skulls will need more consistent scoring drives if they want to close out games. Tucson will be back at home this weekend for Star Wars Night against the San Antonio Gunslingers, with Arizona basketball head coach Tommy Lloyd being an honorary captain.
Now we're going to swing it to another one of our contributors, Andreas Salazar from UNLV. Andreas, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Johnny. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty well. What are you talking about the East versus West 23 game?
Yes, correct. Arm wrestling event that just happened about 2 weeks ago, if I'm correct, in Cologne, Germany. The whole card was stacked from top to bottom. A bunch of championship matches, a lot of upcoming rising contenders in the world of arm wrestling. But to make this more specifically, I'm going to dive into the main event, which was Devon Leverett versus Vitaly Lalatin for the number one right-handed contender spot to determine who will face the champion and on the right arm, Levon Saganalashvili. And man, I will tell you, this was an insane clash. Two huge guys in the super heavyweight division. Devon Leverett, obviously the veteran, the fan favorite. Vitaly Lalatin was the bigger guy going into this, and the younger one, the younger prospect. So, there was a lot of hype behind him, and ultimately, in the end, it was a 4-1 victory for Devon Leverett, who just had the endurance and experience to outlast Vitaly. And now we have a clear idea who the next contender is for Levon Saganalashvili, which is Devon Leverett. And this will be a third time they will face up because Levon had beaten Devon twice before. And this was because Devon was underweight. And obviously, Levon's just monsters, beast of a man. So I'm hoping in this upcoming match, later in the year, that Devon will prove everyone wrong and reclaim his throne.
So you're hoping that Devon can do it, but what do you think the odds of him actually being able to do it? You said he's lost to him twice. What do you think he needs to do to make sure that can happen?
Yeah, correct. So D1 has been putting on more weight. So therefore, I think he will go into the match weighing over 300 pounds because the one is about a 400-pounder. So D1 definitely needs to put on the weight and just keep on the consistency and training, and making sure he recovers well before then.
Andreas, we appreciate it. You have a good rest of your night.
You too. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Cheers. Now we're going to pass it back to Craig.
How's it going? Another fun segment, from one of our contributors from UNLV, Jamorian Johnson. He's going to talk about the injury that Victor Wembanyama suffered. San Antonio Spurs got past the Blazers and will play the Timberwolves in the conference semifinals. And Jamorian is going to recap that for us.
A very scary moment for the San Antonio Spurs as star player Victor Wembanyama went down with a head injury in the first round against the Portland Trail Blazers. The young star Wembanyama, the centerpiece of the San Antonio Spurs, suffered a head injury during a high-intensity play. The 7'4" phenom showed visible discomfort, immediately drawing attention to teammates, coaches, and fans. As medical staff evaluated the situation, questions quickly arose. How much time would he miss? And what this meant for the Spurs during the playoff stretch. During his absence, San Antonio relied on team play and depth to stay competitive, but Wembanyama's impact on both ends of the floor, from rim protecting to scoring versatility, was quickly missed. After time spent recovering and rehabbing, Wembanyama made a return the next game, and didn't take long to remind everyone why he's considered a generational talent. In the game back against the Portland Trail Blazers, Wembanyama showed flashes of his usual dominance, protecting the rim, stretching the floor, and bringing energy back to the Spurs lineup. For San Antonio, Wembanyama's return isn't just about the rest of the playoffs. It's about the future and having a young star back healthy in a major time of the year. After the brief setback, Wembanyama is back on the floor. And with him back on the floor, they won their very next game. Let's see if they can take it all the way.
An excellent segment from Jamori on really just pointing out, that triggered scary feeling for any Spurs fan, the Spurs faithful, but good to have Wemby back on the floor. Johnny, let's talk. We have a UFC event, UFC Fight Night 227 out of Perth, Australia, imminent, starting in about 3 hours. Tell me your thoughts on the main
names. We've got some big names on this card. Tai Tuivasa is a really fun person who's going to start this off, and then you're also going to go further down. Steve Urseg, a lot of Australian names, obviously. It's in Perth. And then Beneil Dariush, who is a fan favorite in America, obviously. And then you get to the main card with I never can say it at the end of his name, but Jack Della. You're going to have to help me out here.
Madalena.
I couldn't see it for a second, but it's a very exciting card. It's unfortunate that I will probably be asleep, but I'm very excited about it. What do you see happening here with UFC Fight Night 227?
Oh, I just don't know. That's a true pick'em fight. I'm specifically talking about the main event. Jack Della and Carlos Prates are among the premier strikers in the welterweight division. They're just so technically sound. And then when you put them together, it's just going to be, you never know what's going to go down, whether it's going to be a technical affair where there's kind of caginess at the start, but then they explode, or if it's just going to be an all-out war. I think these guys are two nutcases. I think we're going to see a war just right off the jump, but a very technical, exciting war. I think, in my personal estimation, I believe that Jack Della Maddalena has the skills to take out Prates. So that's how I see it playing out, obviously on the feet. But it's it's just such a shame it's at 6 a.m., But, if you're a fight fan, you're going to clock in for it because it's great.
Coffee's going to be getting brewed at Baker's Place. Anyways, we'll be moving on to Janice Reyes. We'll be talking about the World Cup booklet. Janice from Arizona State University, as am I. Janice, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good. So I wanted to take a break from all the stats, wins, losses. So the World Cup is about 10 days away from a month away. June 11, World Cup starts. And I wanted to talk about the booklet that is going to come out soon, or already came out at some stores. But basically, you collect stickers of the whole team. There's pictures of the whole team, individual pictures, and the stadium where the games are going to be at. So it's really cool. Fans get together, they buy the books, they buy the stickers, and try to collect all of them. And, it brings a lot of soccer fans together because obviously you can get doubles. So people are like, oh, who wants to trade? And you connect, you meet new people, and you can fill up the book. And it's, it's a keepsake that you can save for later, for memories. This is like, I've been doing this since I was a little girl, so I'm excited. I was looking for the book today, couldn't find it. I guess it's not in stores yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, and they're each player, and there's also rarities to the stickers. So some are rare, some are common. So yeah, there's a lot of excitement when it comes to these stickers.
I'm a huge soccer fan. I'm extremely excited for the World Cup, as I'm sure that you are. And there's going to be a lot of interesting collectible players with Neymar, who's making a triumphant return for Brazil this summer. And people thought this was going to be Messi's last World Cup, but he's going to be playing again, as is Ronaldo. It's going to be a really, really exciting World Cup. What are you most excited for outside of the booklet, obviously?
I would say I'm excited that there's 3 different host countries. I'm excited. There's gonna be different cultures around each game. I'm really excited about that. I'm hoping to go to a game in Dallas, but we'll see. I'm just really excited about there's gonna be different cities hosting. So yeah.
Janice, thank you so much. And we're going to be taking it to Craig right now, who's going to be talking to Hannah about hockey transfers.
Yeah, let's bring in Hannah Flanagan, another Sun Devil. Hannah, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. Talk to us about the Sun Devils on the ice, ASU hockey transfer portal.
Yeah, they've been really hot in the portal this offseason, mainly because we have a lot of guys this year that entered the portal. So there's 5 forwards and 6 defensemen that entered the transfer portal after their season. And then our 2 top goal scorers graduated and went on to the pro leagues and etc. But we do have a lot. We have that evened out for incoming transfers. We have 5 forwards, 4 defensemen, and a goalie. So it should be nice to see how that all play out.
Yeah, I mean, losing your top 2 goal scorers has to be feeling like it's almost untenable for that program. But obviously, there's new blood coming in. What do you think the Sun Devils need to do to really contend for that Big 12 title next year?
Yeah, the NCHC, their division is very competitive. It's honestly one of the highest divisions in college hockey right now. Obviously, Denver just won the championship. They're in our division. North Dakota has been incredible the last few years. I think they really need to get these new kids in early and just build connections early, because having a team full of 9 new guys is going to be hard for them. So I think they need to get in early and really train hard and build connection.
Yeah, just get them up to speed right off the gate. Well, Hannah, thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Now, let's go back to Johnny. He's going to present one of our contributors segments from UNLV. Jamorian, he's going to be talking about 49ers offseason.
I take no honor in presenting this clip, but Jamorian Johnson from UNLV will tell us about the 49ers offseason now.
The The 49ers have made a lot of key moves this offseason in the free agency with one goal on their mind: getting back to the Super Bowl. After falling short last season, the 49ers came out aggressive in free agency, headlined by signing star wide receiver Mike Evans and former linebacker Dre Greenlaw. Evans joined San Francisco on a multi-million-dollar deal, as well as a multi-year deal, bringing veteran leadership and big playability to an offense led by quarterback Brock Purdy. The team also reunited their linebacker Dre Greenlaw, adding experience and toughness back to the defense after a season away. To strengthen the trenches, the 49ers traded for defensive lineman Osa, addressing a pass rush that struggled last year. In the secondary, additions like cornerback Nate Hobbs and Jack Jones aim to improve depth and versatility. San Francisco also added offensive pieces like Christian Kirk and bolstered the offensive line with new signings, showing a clear focus on surrounding their young quarterback with talent. Now there's only one simple question. Will these moves be everything they needed to bring the title back to the Bay?
Hopefully not. If I'm being completely honest with you, Jamorion, we're going to bring it back into the studio. Craig, you excited with your team's first-round pick this year?
I am. I'm a Chargers fan, longtime Chargers fan. There's been a lot of heartbreak in my childhood. I can point out all the traumatic moments, that have happened throughout my childhood and even recently that have happened. But I am very excited. We brought in Akeem Mesidor, one of the premier defensive ends from Miami, and he was terrific there. Really needed depth there, and I think it's just a fantastic pick. He's just got a great motor for getting after the quarterback, and I think he'll kind of platoon behind Khalil Mack and Tuli Pilotu, and it's going to be good. I'm very, very excited for next season.
He should be a day one starter as well. But I'm excited for the Packers. I know you didn't ask me directly, but I'm excited for the Packers. They got new cornerback, and that should be something to look forward to with Brandon Cisse.
Yeah, absolutely. And like the Packers were kind of hamstrung with picks because they traded so many away to get Micah Parsons, but it's like it doesn't matter, because Micah Parsons is that much of a game wrecker. And like that Packers defense was so good last year. They were so good before Micah went down. I was like,
and Tucker Kraft got hurt. We were just dealing with so many injuries. It was very challenging, but it could be worse. Could be the Phoenix Suns, which is where you will be taking us after.
Absolutely. We'll bring in another one of our contributors, Kyle Weselick, for another Sun Devil. Kyle, talk to us about the Suns' unfortunate end to the season.
Yeah, so Suns 8 seed, had to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. Tough draw there to defending champs. Got swept. Most people probably saw that one coming. The only team to get swept in the first round. First round matchups this year in the NBA have been really good. Bunch of game sevens going on later this week. But getting swept sounds really bad, but the Suns really overachieved this year. Last season, they only had 36 wins. Many analysts, I know the sports books, all had the Suns winning less than 30 games this year. They won 45, which was a big stepping stone for them with the departure of Kevin Durant in the offseason. They were able to pick up some key pieces like Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks. Jalen Green adds that kind of second scoring threat to the Suns offense behind Dylan Brooks. However, Suns and the city of Phoenix are not looking for another first round exit next year. And I think part of that reason is in certain positions, Devin Booker, Jalen Green, with the offense constructed on the Suns team, they're doing a lot of the ball handling, and a lot of the defensive attention is on them. And the Suns do have some good role players around there. You got Royce O'Neal, Grayson Allen, and even Ryan Dunn. But these guys aren't going to create their own shot most of the times. They're more of sit in the corner or catch and shoot type of players. And that's more of what I'm looking to see the Suns do this offseason, is kind of get a true point guard to take that pressure off of Jalen Green and Devin Booker, because of that situation where if the defense knows what's coming, they're bringing the ball up the court, they're putting immediate pressure, and some of these other players on the team aren't create your own shot. So I'd like to see them bring a true point guard in there. It would help spread the floor, get more open shots for Devin Booker and Jalen Green instead of them having to create their own shots every time down the court.
Yeah, a lot of great ideas in there. I think that's a great recap. Thank you so much, Kyle, for joining us. Now let's pass it to Johnny.
And we're going to bring in one of my commentating partners, Nick Hill. Nick, ASU as well. How are you doing on this fine night?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Just
Awesome,
enjoyed
awesome.
some more great NBA games, as I'm sure you just did tonight.
Me too. Absolutely, dude. I want to talk first Pistons Magic. I mean, that's got to be one of the craziest just choke jobs I've ever seen in my entire life. The Magic just decided to just take off and take the whole rest of the game off in the second half for some reason. I think they scored less than 20 points in the second half, which is absurd.
They scored 19. Yeah.
19. Yeah, that's insane, dude. I've never heard that. I'm shocked that they even had a series lead at all, let alone 3-1.
A bit egregious. I agree with you, Nick.
Yeah. So I've got to I never believed in the Magic, but it just kind of goes to show you that some teams are more regular season teams, kind of like the Pistons. I have no faith in the Pistons, even if they win this next game. I think they'll lose in this next round, 100%. But another one I'm really surprised is I don't know how the Celtics and Sixers series is still going, honestly.
I'm shocked by that as well.
Dude, I had Celtics going to the finals, and now I'm not so sure, honestly. Just because Jaylen Brown has been so dominant without Tatum, and now they have Tatum. But, if we get a repeat of Game 6 Embiid, dude, I don't know. They might lose again. But one thing I'm very happy that the Lakers beat the Rockets today, because the Rockets played some of the worst basketball I've ever seen.
They did play some really, really bad basketball.
They did not deserve it, at all, man. Some of their shot choices were just horrible, and they doing that in front of your home crowd in the game's elimination game that's just terrible, man.
We have about 15 seconds, and I just want to ask you, Nick, before the Knicks were up by 60 yesterday. It was 104-44. And today the Magic scored 19 points in the second half. Which do you think is worse? Because to be fair, the Hawks scored 21 points in the second quarter, which is more than the Magic scored in the entire second half today.
I would probably lean towards the Magic just because you had a lead at least at some point. There's more to build off of that. Plus, they're still in the series, I guess. But I don't know, man. And after that, that's brutal, man.
Absolutely brutal. But Nick, thank you for coming through. We'll see you soon. Have a good rest of your night.
Thanks, man. You too.
Bring it back into Craig. I'm sure Craig will have a answer to the question I just posed, but we'll pass it back to Nick. So,
yeah, I got nothing for you. Yeah, great segment between you and Nick. We'll send it right to him, albeit in a different way. Here's Nick Hill talking about the Wings of Hill strength and bodybuilding competition. Should be pretty exciting, and we'll be covering that live on Saturday.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nicholas Hill of the Varsity Sports Show, and today we are going to take a look at a special event coming this weekend, the 2026 NPC Valley of the Sun Championships National Qualifier. This event will be showcasing both men and women for their amazing bodybuilding physique and many different aspects as well. The event will be taking place at the Arizona Athletic Grounds, specifically inside Fieldhouse C of Mesa. The event will have 10 different contests featuring women's fitness, men's bodybuilding, women's physique, men's classic physique, women's figure, women's wellness, men's physique, women's bikini, and women's fit model. The purpose of this event is to help promote less known male and female bodybuilders that are trying to make a career out of bodybuilding and help them get put on the map. For those that win a contest in this year's qualifiers, Get free registration for major IFBB Pro qualifier shows, such as NPC Junior Nationals or NPC USA Championships, which could be huge for their careers. Doors will be open to the public starting at 3 p.m. on Saturday, and starting at 4 p.m., Varsity will be providing a live broadcast at the event to showcase these amazing athletes and talk about the event. Make sure to tune in live to our broadcast so you don't miss out. Thank you all for watching. This has been Nicholas Hill with the Varsity Sports Show.
This is going to be a crazy event. About a month ago, I stopped by a clinic, a showcase that this organization, Wings of Strength, was putting on in Chandler, because I wanted to get a feel for what was to come on tomorrow's event. And it was a clinic. They had professionals there that were assisting amateurs in different categories, men and women. I mean, it was incredible, the interest in bodybuilding still to this day. You know, it used to be, I mean, when Schwarzenegger came on the scene back in the 70s or late 60s, people went nuts for it, and it is still alive and well, and is just based on what I saw. So I'm really excited for tomorrow's competition and event. We'll be broadcasting there. We're going to go from 4 p.m. and it'll be on all of our social media platforms. Brianna Carrillo will be on site with me hosting the event, and then we've got a couple of our team members, the two Nicks, Nick Hill and Nick Ratchke, that will be providing some reporting for us, as well as some of our other team members throughout the event. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great time. And that's how we're spending tomorrow. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060 and the AM 1060 app. We've got a few incredible guests that'll be joining us. We're going to be talking a little rollerball. I don't know if Marla, if you got that graphic queued up as well for tomorrow morning's show. There we go. We've got a special guest, Ryan Woodworth, the head men's golf coach for GCU Club Sports, brand new head football coach at Saguaro High School, finally. And this guy's legit. He is a multi-state championship winning coach out of the state of Washington. Butch Goncharoff, you're going to hear from Butch, and then talking once again rollerball with one of the team members from the University of Arizona, Bennett Johnson. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, great time tonight. Craig, what do you got going this weekend?
This weekend, actually, I'm doing some work for a final project in video journalism with our very own TD, Marla Mundo. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. And then after that, I am going to be a first-time ticket buyer and spectator of a rodeo. That's never been my thing, but my buddy was like, "Hey, we got American West Regionals here at South Point Casino. Do you want to go?" And I was like, Yeah, let's do it. So doing that tomorrow, that'll be fun.
You might even get some B-roll and do maybe do a report or something. See if you could interview one of the bulls. I don't know, but anyway, Johnny, what about you?
Full day of sports tomorrow. I gotta say, there's 4 soccer games, there's 2 game 7s, there's hockey, there's basketball, there's UFC that I have to watch the highlights. So there's going to be a lot of different things to do tomorrow. I'm very, very, very excited.
Well, then get some sleep tonight. UFC is going to keep you up pretty late. So, guys, on behalf of our amazing team that participated throughout, our amazing co-hosts from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, Craig Baker, and from Arizona State University, Johnny Fogel, and our amazing behind-the-scenes technical director from UNLV, Marla Mundo. My name is Vince Delicio. We'll see you tomorrow. Got a full day tomorrow. Varsity Sports Radio Show, 10 a.m. And then at 4 p.m., we've got the Wings of Strength bodybuilding show. Have a great night, everyone. It's Friday Night Live with Vince, pregame, postgame show. Your destination for top high school previews and wrap-ups with Vince and his team. Buckle up and hang on for Friday Night Live.